Some of the pricey Kindle Colorsoft cases I think look almost identical to the cheaper ones. That begs the question, are you paying for quality or just clever marketing? To answer that question, I went out and bought 9 different kinds of Colorsoft cases, as well as I already have one that I bought when I bought my Colorsoft originally. Are they actually worth it? Do you need to spend more money to get decent protection for your Kindle Colorsoft? Hey everyone, Mark from the Spark here. Welcome back to another video. Good to have you with me. In this video, I'm going to show you each case on the Colorsoft, tell you how much it is. I'll run through a few key points, and at the end, I'll tell you which one I'd actually spend my money on. And clearly, I've already spent my money on the one I got originally, but would I have bought something else if there'd have been a better selection at the time of the release of the Kindle Colorsoft? So, without any further ado, let's get cracking. Now, I'm going to have to look down at my screen here just to check which each one of these is. This is the cheapest, so this one is £8.49. And what this essentially is, it's a CoBak case. This is literally just covers the back of the phone. Now, the reason I've left them in the things they came in as well is because I think a lot has to be said about packaging from a company. The better the packaging, the more assurance you have that the product you've got is going to be a good one. And clearly, we're not starting off that well, suggesting that this is going to be a good product. So loads of plastic, and here we are. All right, so this is a see-through case here, very, very flexible. And of course, with a lot of this cheap stuff, you do have the issue, the potential issue, this might not have it, of them yellowing over time. That was really easy to put on. There we go. It's just really, really flexible. It just slides on there, and it's pretty snug. It's definitely not going to come off. It gives it a little bit of a lip, and therefore, if you lay it flat on the table, it's not going to touch your screen or anything like that. But obviously, that screen is fully exposed to scratches and knocks and bangs and what have you. It does give it this nice grippy feel. You've got these bumpers here, so if you do fall on the edge, it's going to absorb some of that shock throughout the case. I don't think it adds any unnecessary bulk. It does what it needs to do. You've got all the ports free that you need to have available. It's plastic, so it's going to feel a little bit cheap, but it's not scratched. Looks all right. It could potentially be a fingerprint magnet, but so far that looks quite good. At £8.49, I think you are paying for what you are certainly getting. And like I say, over time, this thing might start to yellow. All right, okay, so on to the next one here. So this one, let me just check my list here. This is the ZhaoCo universal case again. Packaging, it is what it is. Feels very nice. It's got a massive branding on the front there. I don't particularly like that. They could have shoved it on the back or something. So how does the Kindle fit into here? Well, you've got this stretchy stuff here. It is a universal case after all, not specifically just designed for the Colorsoft. Pull the edges like that. And I imagine once we've got all 4, we'll be able to balance it out. There we are. And do you know what, that's actually a better fit than I thought it would be. I thought we might struggle. The case is reasonably grippy, it's fabric. This is obviously kind of like an olive green, would you call that, I think? Covers it obviously all the way around as well. Does it have the auto awake function? Nope, it does not. But it does have this nice little magnet to keep this thing closed. Now, you've also got, I'm assuming I can do that. No, I can't, so that's going to be flapping around. There's some origami here on this front cover. So if you do that, pop it round there, it sits quite nicely like that. Or, I'd imagine you can go the other way as well. Let's see. Or like that. You've got these plastic bits here which hold it firmly in place, and it's not going to fall out. These are quite tight, so I do feel it is going to, after a little while of use, potentially snap, but you know, maybe not. Maybe I'm doing it a disservice. Stitched in here, so that thing is very firmly secure on it. It's just these bits here that you're pulling It's all right. It's okay. And how much is it? How much did I pay for this one? $9.99. You're getting what you pay for. It does the job, but it may not last down the line. But there we go, $9.99. All right, okay, on to, which one's this one? Let's have a look. This is the HGWALP case. I don't know. Yeah, HGWALP, and this was $9.99 as well. And again, the packaging, not amazing. Thought I'd just go for a mad design. There were loads of different kind of designs you could have on here, but you know, it's a book, isn't it? So I thought I'd do books on it. There we go. Okay, so this is a lot harder than the fabric and obviously the plastic one. And I feel like a little bit of cushioning here as well, just a tiny bit of cushioning on here too. And then I would imagine we just clip it in very easily, very nice. It's not going to fall out. And there we are. You've got space for your ports and the on button, etc. at the bottom there. It gives it overall protection here. You've got some bumper points here, which will absorb it if it hits the floor like that. And obviously, because it's a hard case, it's covering the rest of it as well. Does it have an auto awake function? Let's see. It does indeed. Auto sleep. I think it does. Give it a moment, see if it needs to turn off. I'm not sure about that. I think it's not putting it to sleep. But if you turn it off and then open it, yeah, so it doesn't, there's no auto sleep, but there's no auto awake. It's a bit cheap and plasticky, I grant you, even though it's a little bit spongy. It's a little bit slippier compared to obviously the fabric one and the see-through plastic one. And yeah, it feels all right while you're reading it. Not too bad. Fabric here. I'm not sure I would go for this design if I was buying it for myself, but for some of you that might be awesome, and that's brilliant. Each their own, as it were. And like I said, that's $9.99 and easy to take out and put back in as well. Okay, this is the WALNEW case again for the Colorsoft. This is $13.99, and I will put a link for all these things in the description below, so you can go check it out without having to go look for these yourself on Amazon. The link will take you straight there. It is an affiliate link, so if you do decide to buy one, I will get a little bit of kickback commission from Amazon, but you will help support the channel. Just like this one, it's got a hard case shell all around there. That's very grippy, actually, very grippy, very similar, we'll get to it, but very similar to the case I originally bought with my Kindle Colorsoft. An almost rubbery feel to this fabric, so I'm not entirely convinced it is fabric. It's like there's a plastically rubbery feel to it. It clips in, dead easy, just like the other ones. Auto awake, but no auto sleep. I'm beginning to doubt myself now whether we actually can do auto sleep. I'm pretty sure the case does, the Kindle case does, but we'll get to that. Pretty good, obviously no fingerprints on there because it's a fabric-y. Okay, I want to say fabric. It looks like fabric and it looks good and it feels good. It doesn't add much weight to it or much bulk, but it's kind of like a rubberized plastic. But again, that gives it, you can hold it better, I think, like that. And that is like a fabric as well, just like this one. Oops. So you're not going to be scratching the screen or anything like that. Yeah, pretty good. Like it. That's good. So what was that one? That was the WALNEW case. $13.59. Now, not as easy to get in and out. A little bit harder there. So the bottom of the case is a bit stiffer than the other one, but still not too much of a challenge to get it back out. Yeah, you might even be able to take this one in the bath with you or the side of the pool if it is kind of rubbery. But there we are. Okay, right, what are we on next? We are on, I believe this is the CoBak case. Sleep, just say sleep wake function on here, and this is the Jade colour. Again, packaging leaves a lot to be desired. All right, this is almost like a leathery feel. It's most definitely not. It smells like plastic, but it looks good, looks nice. I'm not entirely convinced about showing this off. It'd be nice to have it all one colour. That's the back and that's the front. There we are. Kind of similar fabric really so far in all of these. You're going to protect your screen and not scratch it inside there. And their logo it's there, but it's still a bit inconspicuous, being indented into the product rather than displayed with some glaring colours. Okay, how easy is it for this to go in? Dead easy, not going to fall out. It says it has auto sleep. Let's check. Yeah, it did. It sent it to sleep. So again, Yep, so auto sleep and auto awake function on here. Feels good in the hand. This gives it some protection, obviously, around the edges, and all your buttons and your ports are free at the bottom there for access. Doesn't have too much bulk to it. Maybe the edges a little bit sharp, but not too bad. That's all right. Like it, and clearly you can't get any fingerprints on there. It doesn't even look like you can scratch it too much either with like a fingernail and what have you. So it does seem like it might put up with quite a bit of abuse if you're just chucking it in your bag and taking it to different places. Okay, how much was that again? $14.99 for that one. All right, let's move on now to what I think is the FINTIE case. I think this is a FINTIE case. It came in this rather nondescript, so I can't really identify it until I open it up. So I think this is it. $19.99 is this. And again, this is very faux leather. This kind of nice design on here. It makes it look, I don't know, like a proper book. I don't know. Not sure. It's got a different way of putting your Kindle Colorsoft into it. So there we are. Wow, this is an experience. So it's got some Velcro here, which goes there. Oh, there, so it's in there. And then you get your Kindle and you slide it into there, I think. And that comes out. And then you tuck it. Oh, a bit of a faff, this, isn't it? Tuck it into there. There we are. So that is giving it loads of protection, particularly around the bezel and what have you. But you're not going to be wanting to take this thing in and out too often. There's a hole for the light sensor there as well. And obviously all the ports and the on button and what have you are accessible there. Does it have auto sleep and auto awake? I believe it does. There we are. Oh, no, auto awake, not auto sleep. Adds quite a bit of bulk to the Kindle Colorsoft compared to some of those ones we've tried already. Very nice in the hand, but it does add quite a bit of bulk that you need to be aware of that, and it does give it all around protection there as well. But obviously there are some bits that are on display here, but you should be protected by the edges of this faux leather. I think it's faux leather. It must be. And anyway, you've got a nice logo that's almost hidden. It's just going to look like a great book on your bookshelf. My dog's come to say hello. On to the next one. How much was that again? That was $19.99, I believe I said. Yeah, $19.99. I'm going to click onto it because I want to know, is it actually leather? Ah, right. Okay. No, it's durable vegan leather. Now, it does say it has auto sleep. Oh, it does. It does. Maybe I'm not leaving it long enough. It does say it has auto sleep and auto wake function. So it does have, yeah. So durable vegan leather. There we go. Really nice. Let's get this out of here now. So we'll undo the Velcro. The Velcro makes it feel cheap, but it does the job. It does what it's supposed to. And again, nice soft padding inside there. Right, what are we on to now? This is the MoKo. Now this is a magnetic case, at least a little bit more branding on the case, powered by Idea Cast Smart Life. Not sure that works. There we are. Okay, so very much like this other one here that we looked at, the CoBak Jade one. Light green, would you call that? There we are. Okay, we've got some silica there, and we've got this here. And interestingly enough, this is what's unique about this case. So the case in and of itself looks like it can be easily marked because there's already a mark on there. It feels a bit plasticky, but it is going to give the your Kindle all-round protection. But what's unique about this is like a MagSafe thing here. So you've got a MagSafe puck. You should be able to wirelessly charge your Kindle. Now I've got a dock which I'll put on the screen here. I just sit my Kindle in that every night, so it's charged. But maybe you charge yours every now and again, and maybe the wireless option would be good for you. Maybe I should try and find a puck for my phone that would work with this. Right, I couldn't find any of the pucks I had, but I do have this Qi2 battery pack, which I reviewed not so many videos ago. I'll put somewhere on the screen if you do want to go check this out. That's got Qi2 charging. So if I pop this here, does it connect? It doesn't want to sit magnetically, but I can hear that this is charging. So let me, oh, it does. I was lifting it too high. So there is a magnet there. There you go. Forgive me, it was too high on the thing. It's quite a strong magnet as well. And find it. There you go. It is charging wirelessly. Take it off, show you once again. There you go. So if you've got one of those kind of round pucks that you could get for this thing, or maybe you've got something like this, you want to charge it on the go, then this case will do that for you. And it does have a auto sleep and auto wake function on the case there. Magnetically closes quite hard, and it gives you that overall protection there. A little bit of space at the top, access to things that you need at the bottom there. Feels, yeah, it still feels plasticky. Again, that similar kind of fabric there, so quite nice with that added bonus of a wireless charging kind of puck thing with magnets, if that's something that you think you might need. There we are. Interesting. How much is that one? £24.65p. Okay, now we get to some of the more expensive ones, and the number 9 is quite pricey. I hope it blows my socks off. So this is the original Kindle case that I bought for my Kindle Colorsoft when I got it. So this is $36.99 right now. You can get it in jade, black, or pink. I've had this type of case for my Kindles now for a long time. Gives it decent protection, fits in really well there. It has the auto on and off, works really, really well. You don't get so much protection there, nor at the bottom there, but that does give you access to the charging port and the on and off button, but it's auto on and off anyway, so you don't probably ever touch that. And it is apparently waterproof, so you should be able to take this, like I say, in the bath to read, or at the side of the pool, and things won't get damaged. Very fabricy, very nice feel to it, unobtrusive kind of Kindle logo just there. Pretty good, and I've never had a problem with these. Nice fabric inside. You want the cheapest first party case that's quality and is good, not too expensive at $36.99, or some people might think that's too expensive, but you know, you pay a lot of money for this, so you want to give it the protection that you can, don't you? You know, if you bust that, you'd have wished you spent £36 on that, or maybe one of the cheap ones if one of those have attracted you. Before we get on to the final two, just want to say, if you are finding this useful, this video, it's helping you consider whether you might want to buy some of these things to protect your Colorsoft, please would you consider hitting the like button. It really does push the video out to more people. And I'm actually trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the summer of this year, 2025. So if you want more no-nonsense Kindle content like what I'm bringing you right now, so if you want that to show up in your feed quite regularly, then subscribing would help us both out. All right, back to the cases. Here we are. So this is an official now first-party case from Amazon themselves. The premium leather case. Now, how much did this cost me? Do you know, not as bad as I thought I remembered. It's £53.99. And when you compare it to the one I've got coming up, that's still cheap. Okay, so premium leather. Let's get this thing unboxed. We're definitely now in the premium packaging. Am I supposed to stay quiet and do this? All right. Nice unboxing experience. Oh wow, so this is the ruby color, and you can get brown, kind of leather brown as well. Oh, that smells like leather. It's definitely leather. I'm looking at the listing here. It's not vegan as far as I can see. Yeah, oh, that smells lovely. There we go. You got all the bump from Amazon. Let's open it up. It gives you some instructions there on how to insert your Kindle. And that is lovely and soft. Feels really good in the hand. It definitely doesn't feel cheap in any way. Is the Kindle easy to put in? Well, I imagine it would be, because it's the same dimensions as the previous case I showed you. So you just clip it in there, and there we are. That feels lovely. And the thing about leather, proper leather, forgive me if you're not into kind of leather and all that kind of thing, and you prefer the vegan stuff, but the real leather stuff, it kind of adds character as time goes on, doesn't it? And when it's scratched and what have you, it kind of brings it even more of a personable case and things. Like you said, I've just scratched it with my fingernail there, and that's going to stay there for a long time. I suppose you could smudge it out eventually. Unobtrusive Kindle logo there, and of course it will have the on and off as well, and that magnet is very, very strong. And again, just like the other case, access to the top, bottom and the top as well, so you do have that as a potential hit and do damage. But I think you've got enough of a lip there that will probably keep it safe most of the time. It feels incredibly nice in the hand, and I'm not too fussed about its colour actually. I tried to get colours that I wouldn't normally buy, but I quite like that. I'll give you my final verdict about which one I would choose and which one I think is value for money after I've done number 10. A lovely fabric inside there. With these as well, with this one and with this one, I'm not sure with the other ones. Let me just do a quick test. Yeah, you don't get that kind of magnetic attachment when you turn the cover all the way to the back, which is always handy and always useful. Not sure I would take this one in the bath with me or the side of the pool, because you wouldn't want to wreck this lovely fabric that is there. So there you go, for £53.99. I think that's what I said, isn't it? Yeah, in fact, that's cheaper now. You got a bit of a sale on it. It's normally £59.99. So get cracking, that's a spring deal. If you like the look of this, use my affiliate link in the description and go grab you one of these. Okay, on to the expensive boy. This is £79.99. Let's round that up, that's £80. This is £80. This is the Torro case, and I can't remember what colour I got it. I think it's kind of traditional brown leather. Is it as premium feeling packaging as this one? No, it's not. I've spent 80 quid on this bad boy, and it's just a case here, and then you don't get anything. That's it. No, not really great unboxing experience, but wow. Yeah, this is for the serious reader, the one who wants to show off that they're reading a book, not just a Kindle device, but there's a book there. Nice little indent with the logo there for Torro. Hope you can see that. And oh, we've got some silica gel there. So with the fabric, again, I hope you can see it, with the fabric here, it's just embossed with the Torro logo and name, which just make for a really interesting feel. It's very, very grippy. Wow. Again, I love that smell of proper leather. Let's get the Kindle Colorsoft in here. See how easy it is to install it. Yeah, easy peasy. No magnet to keep it closed, but I think, does it have auto on and off? Spend 80 quid in this thing, come on. Yeah, I believe it does. Give it a few moments. Must have off. Let's turn it, give it a few moments to power down. Yeah, there you go, auto on and off, really good. And because it's got no magnets to kind of keep that there, you do have this very stylish strap here to keep it closed. It does add quite a bit of bulk to it, just like the other one that I showed off earlier, the other leather one. Well, that nice kind of embossed thing there. And again, Torro here. I mean, there's Torro there, there's Torro there, there's Torro on the inside. They really want people to know that you've bought a Torro product. But it does feel premium. The unboxing wasn't premium, but this thing feels solid. It's going to give your Kindle Colorsoft absolute protection around all sides. This is you're paying for some quality stuff here. In fact, if I scratch it with my fingernail, it doesn't scratch up as much as what that one did. So different kind of leather. Not quite sure. There we go. That's a nice case. Looks lovely. But you are paying a little bit through the nose for it. So that's the 10 cases. Wow, you aren't going to get this in and out easy either. Wow, that is in there. So if you did want to take this out next to the beach or in the bath, because you don't want to get this thing kind of all wet and gooey and stuff, soapy and things, real faff, it's in there. It's in there forever. Oh my goodness. Wow, hang on. Oh. Hardest one to get out, but there we are. Very, very good. All right, okay, so that's all 10. Which one would I choose? Well, I think if you want a really cheap one, you know, one of the let's have a look, you know, like the £9 to £20 one, I think you can't go wrong with any of the cheaper ones really. But what would I recommend out of all of them? I want to recommend that one because I like the look of it. But I think out of the cheap ones, unfortunately, I think I'd probably go for that one, which is like a knockoff of that one. So I feel a bit boring, really. Nice blue. It's got that more rubberized kind of feel to it, which makes it feel easy to hold in the hand, like you're not going to drop it. So because I like that, always have done. I think if I was going to go for the cheap one, 14 quid, the WALNEW case. That's the one I would recommend for that one. If we're getting up to the expensive stuff, I think, as much as the Torro is very classy, I think I'd be tempted to splash out and go for this one, and maybe even go for it in the Jade. So this was £53.99. So you are going to be pushing the boat out a little bit. But again, the argument I say is you know, if you read a lot and you want to enjoy the thing that you've bought, but you want to give it good protection because you spent, you know, what is it, 300 quid or something on this, then you want to get a case that kind of reflects the price of that but gives it good protection. So I think that would fit the bill, the first party Amazon case at 53. Can't recommend the Torro. I think it does look lovely and it's properly serious, but I think at 80 quid, that's just a little bit too much. No, I would probably go with the Jade. And of course, the worst one, I wouldn't get this really, is this plastic see-through, just protects the back of your Kindle, and because it's cheap, it probably will yellow in not too short a time. Maybe not, but I guess it probably would. Let me know in the comments below which of these cases you prefer the look of, and which you think is the best value for money, and what is your upper limit on what you would spend on something like a Kindle case. This choice of cases here that I presented to you has helped you narrow things down a little bit. Well, if it has helped you, please would you consider supporting the channel and keeping me caffeinated just enough to make more videos like this. Link in the description. Go buy me a coffee or tap this QR code here. Really appreciate it. And maybe you haven't bought a Colorsoft yet and all this is a little bit moot, but you're just kind of exploring what you might be able to get for it. If you want to know a little bit more about the Colorsoft, its ins and outs and its features, I did an unboxing and first impressions video, which you'll be able to see here. Okay, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.